Welcome to MMA Dogs. My name is Hector, and this is my dog Dan.
Hey.
Tonight, we're coming to you from the Mecca of MMA, the home of the UFC, Las Vegas, Nevada. And the question I have tonight is this. Is Alexander Gustafsson going to give us even more reasons why he should be the one facing John Jones? Or
is Gegard Mousasi going to go out there and upset Alexander Gustafsson in his home country of Stockholm, Sweden?
So we're going to tackle those questions and many more. But first, let's take a look at their last two opponents, and we'll take it from there. So most recently, Alexander Gustafsson fought Shogun Rua on Fox, and he beat him via decision. In his fight before that, he fought Thiago Silva and also beat him via decision. Now, Gegard Mousasi most recently fought Mike Kyle and submitted him in the first round. And the fight before that, he fought Ovince St. Preux, OSP, and beat him via decision. Now, for this particular fight, let's talk about Gegard Mousasi first. Gegard Mousasi is a very talented fighter. He's a really good striker. But the problem that I see with him is that he has not faced the level of opposition that, to me, makes me feel that he can go in there and beat Alexander Gustafsson. And that's even before diving into what Alexander Gustafsson can do. That's just a straight what has Gegard Mousasi accomplished and who has he fought? And is it the same level of competition that Alexander Gustafsson has fought in the kind of situations that he's going to face, in this particular fight? So, in this particular fight, I see Alexander Gustafsson, the way he's been improving, not only but the way he's been improving, the fight camps that he's put together, training partners he's surrounded himself with. I know he trains in Sweden. He also trains in San Diego, in our hometown, with Alliance, Phil Davis, Brandon Vera, and all these guys over there. So, and he's training, he's got the best of both worlds. He's got that excellent striking, really good takedown defense. So to me, this guy is just, after that fight he had with Shogun, just really put a stamp on his top 10, maybe top 5 205 pounders in the world. This guy's just really talented. And I see in this particular fight Alexander Gustafsson going in there with a good game plan. And I actually see this, and my dog and I were discussing this, I actually see Gustafsson going in there and taking down Mousasi. I know Mousasi's wrestling hasn't been, the talk of the town. It hasn't been his greatest strength, unfortunately. So the way I see this fight breaking down is I see Gustafsson taking him down. Not only taking him down, but submitting him. Because this is a 5-round fight. If it was a 3-round fight, I would feel more along the lines of a decision. But because it is 5 rounds, I'm leaning more towards a submission. But I'm definitely leaning towards an Alexander Gustafsson victory. I feel very confident in this pick. As far as my confidence goes, it's 5 stars. I feel that confident in Alexander Gustafsson's abilities against Gegard Mousasi. And as far as betting strategy goes, the odds aren't out yet. So let's say Alexander Gustafsson opens up above anything above minus 300. Anything above minus 300, I don't like. Anything above 300, I would say for me, minus 350. Minus 350 and put him in a 2-leg parlay. Minus 300, straight bet. Minus 300, straight bet and 2-leg parlay. Minus 350, 2-leg parlay. Anything above that, I'm not touching it. I don't think it's worth it. So minus 300, straight bet, 2-leg parlay. Minus 350, 2-leg parlay, that's it. And anything above that, I'm not betting it. I don't like it. But I want to hear what my dog has to say about it. What's my dog got to say?
Well, first of all, Alexander Gustafsson hasn't finished a fight since he knocked out the janitor right over our shoulder at the MGM back in 2011. Since then, Fought his home country, Stockholm, Sweden. Almost finished Thiago Silva, couldn't do it. Fought Shogun. Both those guys really tough chins. It was an epic battle out there in Seattle back in December 2012. And there's a problem. I feel like this is a stylistic nightmare for Gegard Mousasi in his UFC debut. For him to go out to Stockholm, Sweden, where Alexander Gustafsson is from, and just matching him up with this guy. I just don't. I mean, he's got a really good record, but he just hasn't fought anybody like Alex. And I just feel like he's gonna go out there. He's gonna gas, and I'm kind of agreeing with my dog here that this fight would be a decision if it was a 3-round fight. But I think Gegard Mousasi is gonna gas. Alex won't gas, or not nearly as much as Gegard will. He'll take him down and submit him. I'm also going to say 5 stars, but like my dog said, this isn't a title fight. Anything could happen. We don't know if Gustafsson's just going to be looking past. Because I've seen him look past guys. He's really that good, but eventually he's going to look past the guy that's better than him. And I don't think that's going to be Gegard Mousasi, but how much confidence do I have based on what the odds are going to be? So we don't know. So I would agree with my dog. I would say minus 300 or more, parlay worthy. Minus 250 or less, I would say parlay worthy and like straight bet worthy. But I'm going to say Alexander Gustafsson as a confidence pick. 5 stars. He's going to finish Gegard Mousasi, and they're just going to have to give him a better matchup next time, because I already feel like Gegard Mousasi is a downgrade from his last 2 victories of Shogun and Thiago Silva. Do you have anything else for our viewers, Dom?
Yeah. Something I was going to touch on is some people might be wondering why in the world would you say that Gustafsson is going to submit Mousasi if we know that his stand-up is so good and he's got real good range? The reason I say that is because Gustafsson has been training so much on his wrestling, improving his wrestling so much, his takedown defense. Not only that, but sparring and training with Phil Davis, who's one of the best wrestlers in MMA. If he goes in there with a really smart game plan, I see Gustafsson at worst taking down Mousasi in the 4th or the 5th round and submitting him. And because of that wrestling training, I believe he can do that. And that's where the submission prediction comes from.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys, especially in Sweden, for tuning in. Also in the Netherlands, of course. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.